young spend 4 or 5 months permanently in the pouch. Then after that, Mum leaves them in the den. She comes back to feed them. Between 8 and 12 months of age, they become independent. So as soon as the young start to compete with the mother for food, she's going to up and leave them. The devil's much smaller than these guys. Right there. Are left to fend for themselves. 60% of devils do not reach adulthood. So you've got to imagine little devils much smaller than this, left to fend for themselves in the wild. They did manage to find food. Generally there are older and bigger devils that will chase them off it, and an older or an adult devil would happily kill one of these young ones just to reduce future competition. What are you doing, boys? Come on. One advantage a young devil has is their ability to climb. Just like a possum, they can get right up in the trees. But as the devil ages, it greatly loses that ability. They become too heavy for their little front legs. There we go, good boy. You can see how they went mouth to mouth just like that? Exactly how the cancers grow. Obviously all ours in here are healthy though. We have the fencing. Put this back on before they get a bit wet. The 3 males here, you can have litters like this which are sex biased, but at sexual maturity we see a pretty even 50-50 sex ratio. So females do survive just as well as males, unlike what was portrayed on that video. The runt of this litter is this little boy here, and it's more of his personality rather than his sex that caused that. Another thing you may notice with these 3 boys, 2 of them have a lot of white on them, and 1 is completely black. So 98% of devils do have white on them, but it is something normally passed on from the parents. If the parents have a lot of white, the offspring will, and vice versa. In this case, he's completely black. Could be so random, potentially. He may have a different father. Their mother was from a free-ranging enclosure, essentially wild devils. You have no control over who breeds with who there, so he could be from a different father. For those devils with white markings, they're just like a fingerprint. No 2 devils have the exact same white markings. It's the way we can tell them apart. No. So devils, they make a lot of noise. They have over 20 different vocalisations. Because they are solitary animals, they live alone but have a lot of contact with food and things like that. They use a lot of bluff to try and avoid physically having to fight. So an adult devil has a jaw power roughly equivalent to a 50-kilogram dog. So they can do a lot of damage if they want to. So that's why they scream, "Stop it!" They open their mouth.